Hey, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to explore context provider in Next.js, what they are, how they work, and the right way to use them in the modern React apps or the Next.js application. We will also see why placing context at the root level can cause issue with server component and how to fix it using a dedicated client component. If you are building a global state like themes or user preferences in your Next.js app, this is a must-watch video. Let's get started. So first of all, let's go to the slide. So here you can see in that today's video we are talking about what are the context provider. So if we in a typical React application, context provider are placed near the root of the component tree. They help manage and share global state like your app theme, user authentication or language preferences across multiple components. But there is a problem with the server component. So let's see what would be the problem while we are facing when we are using the context provider. But here is a catch. React context is not supported in the server component. So if you try to define a context at the root level of your application, which is usually rendered on the server, you're likely to run into an error. So how would we resolve this particular problem when we are adding context provider in the server component? So what is the alternate way to resolve this particular issue? So for this, in order to resolve this particular issue, we need to create your context and then wrap it provider inside a dedicated client component. Or we have to create a separate client component in which we are declaring our context provider over there. It ensures that the context logic stays within the client side where it is full supported. So let's do an example and show you how, if you are using the context provider on the server side, what issue we are facing, and after that how we can resolve that particular issue by creating a dedicated client component. So let's move on to the Visual Studio Code. Let's create a context and inside the server component. So here I'm using the file using an app layout.tsx file. So here you can see. So we are using it. So let's import the create context from React. So we can import create context from React. So we can use this in order to create context. After that, we come below the page, create a type theme, which is of type object, which is a type of object consist of colors. So we are creating a theme with the different types of colors. In this colored object, we have two color combination. One is the primary, which is of type string, and I'm also taking another which is called a secondary, which is also type of string. Okay, so this is our type theme. So let's create a default theme for that. So for this, I can type constant default theme, which is of type theme, and it consists of object which have our type or colors object. In this, we can give a primary. We can give a primary to a color, say donor 007BF7BFF. Then we also pass a color to secondary parameter by in double quotes by fix fee 7570. Okay, now we have a default theme. So let's create a context for this so that we can save our default theme in that context. So we can create a constant constant theme context, and we can use a create context. Entirely we can pass which is of type theme, and in this we can use default theme. Okay, now let's wrap our application body to the theme context. For this, we can just wrap with the help of theme context dot provider, and we have a value of default theme into this, and copy this and wrap our application or the body of our application inside the theme context, and we pass value to default theme. Okay, now save it. Now let's run a browser on that. Let's go to the browser and run this particular application. So let's see, our application is already running, I think. No, need to start npm run dev. Wait for the application to restart. our application get started at the localhost 3000. Let's move on to the browser. We are finding an issue that you are importing a component that needs that. If you are closely visual this, I can make it big so that you can easily understand. So here, when we are creating a create context in the server component, we are facing an issue in the compile time. So here you can see in a build, it is giving a build error. So here you are importing a component that need create context. This React 2 only works in the client component to fetch the mark the file edit parent with the use client active. But as you know that this is the layout.tsx file and which is a server component. We don't want this file to be converted into a client component. So what could be some other solution to this problem? So we can create a separate client component and declare theme provider there and then use it in the server component. Now as you know that we are getting the error related to the theme for the create content. So let's create a dedicated client component separate in the component folder. Let's go on to the Visual Studio Code. So here you can see that we should create a separate folder, separate component for the theme provider for the create context. So let's provide that. So in this we can just creating a new folder with the name theme provider. I can created a theme provider with the name theme provider .tsx. Okay, now just paste the same code which we have used in the layout.tsx. So here you can see the create context from React were there and theme and default theme which we are using in this will be called here. So here in this, let's explore the file continuous for the file. So here you can see we have taken the create context. Okay, in this we have the type theme with the first of the color object having primary and secondary color. After that we have already passed default theme in which color primary secondary we are passing. Then we are creating the theme context by creating a create context and putting the value of default theme into them. So all the things will be same, but here you can see that we are having function theme provider in which they are taking the children as a prop and we can pass the children inside the theme context.provider passing a value of default theme into it. And you can see below that they have another function with the name use theme, which I basically use accessing the theme context value with the help of use context hook. Okay, so we have created a theme provider.tsx for a separate use client component. Well, one most important thing that we are using that this is a client component, we must use the use directory on top of the file. So we can type it use client on top of the file so that NextJS introduce so then NextJS come to know that this particular component is a client component. So let's simplify our layout.tsx now. So first of all, we need to remove all the code which we have written for the create context in the beginning when we are not creating the separate dedicated client component for create context. So let's remove this, and instead this we can just import theme provider of this, and we can here coming below the file we can remove the theme default theme and create context from it. We just remove this, and inside of theme context.provider we are removing that we are using the theme provider. We can wrap this whole body into the theme provider which we have just created in the client component. So and this body act as a children which will be wrapped inside here. So now we are seen here. So for this we have already wrapped them. Okay, now we have to test whether our theme context is working or not. For that we are taking the client route, and inside client route we are taking go to the page, and for inside that we can just remove all the pixel image slider. Okay, just removing that, and after that we are calling the theme context in this particular code. So how we can call this particular code? So in this we can do use theme. Okay, so we can import, we can just remove all this. So in chart below this we can import use theme. Okay, inside use theme we can creating a value, we are creating a variable with the name constant theme. So we can use theme as a function. Now inside the return statement which we are passing in, so I am passing an h1 tag, and inside that we can passing a style, and a style should have different colors, like we have different colors for that. First of all, what would be the text? So it will be a client router page. Okay. Now we are from the theme which we are just importing here from the theme provider.tsx, which is a client component. So we just call here, and that we can write color. We can write theme dot colors dot primary. Okay. Now let's come reload this particular object and let's visit the client router in the browser. So now we can local 3000 over there. Now I can write client route, and here you can see that our color page router is showing the blue color, which is a primary color which we are giving in the theme provider. If you go to the theme provider, here you can see that we already have given a patching primary and secondary color. So these colors are visible on the use theme internet. Now we are patching the secondary color to it. Save it, and now let's see what the color secondary holds and how the text on the client route is see in the browser. I just reload. So here you can see it is showing the gray color to it, black color. It is a gray color to it. So this is how the use theme will be worked. Though this is the key takeaway for this, that you don't have to create your server component into a client component when you are using a context at your site. For this, you can create a dedicated client component and use that client component in the server component, and this client component taking a children as a prop, and through which you can easily use your server component internet. So this is the key takeaway for this video. So in this we have seen that now that wraps that what we have run, how context provider works in Next.js app, and why you should avoid placing them direct in the server component. Instead, by moving your context logic into a client component, you can manage global state like themes or use preference without running into errors, which I just show you in this video. So understanding the difference between the server and the client component is key in modern Next.js development, and handling context properly is a big part of that. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more content like this. Got questions or want a full project demo using context? Drop a comment below. I will love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Thank you.